after an incident with a recent prospective Ring of Honor sponsor.
That's right. All Steen had to do was go to a dinner and meet an executive from a and speak of the bastard and up he pops. All this guy had to do was go to a dinner and meet an executive of a very important company that was intending to sponsor Ring of Honor Wrestling. And instead, he made a spectacle out of himself, as he always does, as he enjoys doing. I predicted it a long time ago that if that man won the Ring of Honor World Championship, that it would be the ruination of this company. And so far, I'm starting to see my prophecy, unfortunately, come true. He's rude, he's crude, he's vulgar. He's an attention whore. He thinks it's all about himself. He cuts a wonderful physical specimen standing there with his t-shirt on, that belt around his shoulder because it won't fit around his waist. I am sick and fed up with Kevin Steen and his behavior. And Steve Corino disappointed me as well. I always thought Jacobs was a little weird, but I thought Steve Corino had more to him, more character as a man that'd be involved in this little band of misfits. People wasted crepe paper on Steen.
And certainly, as we know, Steen is not alone with Jacobs and Corino. But it's always dangerous when Kevin Steen is involved in anything on television, and it appears that Jacobs has a microphone in his hand, and that means Steen.
Yeah, they've always got a microphone in their hand. That's the problem. What are you looking at me
Jim,
for?
Can you hear what they're chanting? Can you chant that a little bit more, please? Remember, that's the name that you told Bobby Cruz never to introduce me with. Remember that a couple months ago?
You don't deserve.
You said from now on, Kevin Steen, he's wrestling's worst nightmare. Well, you know what? This right here, the Ring of Honor World title, proves that I am Mr. Wrestling.
You want me to come in there, huh? You want me to come in?
Yes, I would love for you to come in. You know why, Jim? Because I have a lot to tell you about. Jim, last week,
let me
listen
just say
to
one
me.
thing. I didn't tell him to introduce you in any way. You are wrestling's worst nightmare, and you don't deserve to be called Mr. Wrestling because of your actions and your comments.
Really? I would say that these people disagree with you. Jimmy, that's a good line. This title disagrees with you. But the reason I wanted you to come in here is not to argue back and forth. In fact, it's to tell you about the great time I had last week when I went to meet that sponsor to represent Ring of Honor. Remember? I went to have dinner with him.
Yeah, I remember.
You seem a little upset. What's your...
I would not be upset. Do you know how much money you cost this company? That sponsorship went out the window as soon as you pulled your tricks.
Tricks? Listen, I thought you'd be proud of me. I went over there, I smooched, I kissed ass, just like I learned by looking at what you did for your whole career. I even complimented his wife.
You told the vice president of that company that his wife had more wrinkles in her face than a Shar-Pei puppy.
That's some rough stuff. Listen, I did. But first, it was the truth. And second, I thought it'd be a nice topic of conversation. So, you should be glad. There was nothing broken. There was no bloodshed. I thought it was a pretty good evening. They really, as a matter of fact, I think they overreacted when they called security on me.
They called security because you threatened a man's life.
Okay, just like you have been for about the last 10 years of your career, you're wrong. I didn't threaten his life. All I did was make an observation about how if he kept pointing his finger and poking my chest with it, that I would choose to, instead of ordering off the menu, to feast on his face.
Well, that's not good.
You think you're real smart, don't you?
I do think I'm real smart.
Well, I've got something to tell you. Because it's no secret, everybody realizes that I've always said that if you were the world champion of Ring of Honor, you would put this company out of business because you would ruin our sponsors. You would conduct yourself as an animal in public. You would ruin our public image, and the prophecy is coming true. So, since it's no secret that I want somebody to beat you for that title, that's why I made this match tonight with Eddie Edwards for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And let me just say one more thing. If Eddie Edwards doesn't win tonight, and if Davey Richards doesn't win at Best in the World, from now on, every time you step foot in a Ring of Honor ring for a singles match, that title is going to be on the line. I don't care if it's somebody from outside Ring of Honor, inside Ring of Honor. I don't care if it's a popcorn guy. I don't care if it's you in the ANX t-shirt. Sooner or later, Kevin, sooner or later, somebody is going to beat you, especially before that affiliates meeting rolls around in September and you get us kicked off television. Sooner or later, somebody will beat you.
Sooner or later, we'll both be dead. You sooner, me later. And you know what? I can promise you one thing. You old, out of touch piece of garbage will not be alive long enough to see someone take this from me. Because my name is Kevin Steen, and whether you like it or not, I am the Ring of Honor World Champion!
All right, well, words from Steen and words from Jim Cornette.